Hello everybody, Frankie here from Vibrant Center for Voice and Movement. And because the last few videos have been very movement based, today I would like to lead a meditation, and it's a great check-in just to see how you're going this week. So you can either sit down or lie down, or if you want to do this standing you can, completely up to you. And to start out, just notice how you're supported in this moment. Can you feel the ground on your feet? Can you feel your sit bones in contact with a cushion or a chair? If you're lying on the floor or leaning against a wall or the back of a chair, notice the feeling of your back here. And notice that your back will have different levels of pressure and contact. So parts of your back may be in deep contact with the floor or the chair, and other parts of your back may not be in contact at all. Similarly, if you're sitting, notice that the bottom of your pelvis or your sit bones will have varying levels of contact here. And take a moment just to notice how your body is feeling in this moment. Sense deeply into your body. If you're aware of an emotion, where in your body can you feel that emotion, and what's the sensation of that emotion? Can you let your jaw release a little here? Allow some space between your molars. Let your tongue drop to the floor of your mouth. And each time you notice a sensation or a thought, notice where your body is responding. So for example, you might have a thought and then there might be some shoulder tension that crops up or a catch in your breath. You might be feeling an emotion and feel tightness in your chest or heat in your legs. Take a moment to listen to the sounds that you can hear. And now check in. Is it possible to get a little bit more comfortable in this moment? Perhaps you notice that your shoulders actually could drop. Perhaps you notice that your hip's a little sore, and if you just adjust your leg, you can have a little bit more comfort in this moment. Check in again with your jaw and your tongue, letting your jaw release a little here, letting your tongue drop to the floor of your mouth. And now take a scrunch. So scrunch up your face, scrunch up your shoulders, scrunch up your hands, scrunch up your tummy, scrunch up your butt and your toes and your knees and your thighs, and breathe. So you can still breathe through tension. You can scrunch up your throat too. And when this is no longer useful or interesting, take this into a stretch. Open your eyes. Stick out your tongue. Take up space. How wide can you be? How long or tall can you be? And I'm noticing I'm not using my lower body, so I'm going to stretch out my lower body as well. Oh, stretch out my ribs. Stretch the back of my body. Stretch the front of my body. And now take this into a shake. Let your head go. Let your torso go. Let your arms and legs go. And make the weirdest sound you're going to make all day. And then flop. So if you're standing, think of a standing corpse. If you're lying on the ground, flop into gravity. And if you're sitting, how much of your weight can you give into the surfaces that support you? Notice your breath. What is the sensation of inhaling? What parts of your body move and rearrange themselves as air comes into your body? And what are the sensations of exhaling? What does the body do? How does it rearrange itself as air leaves your body? And as you exhale, can you find a moment of pause before you inhale? Is there a moment where you exhale and you can find a still point, or a moment where the desire builds to inhale some breath? Now in those pause moments, can you notice where you feel your heartbeat? Notice the rhythm of your heart. And the heart has a 2-beat rhythm. It has a big push and a little push. Can you feel the difference between the two in your own body? And as you feel your heartbeat, I want you to remember that your heart generates its own electrical impulse. So it has an electric field that is wider than your body. Take a moment to connect with the fact that you are electric. You are charged. And sense into this electric field. Can you create an image of your heart and a wider circle of the electrical impulse that is being sent out? And let this circle be a sphere, front, back, and sides, of the rhythm of your own heart. Keep looking for that pause after the exhalation before your body has the desire to inhale again. And know that you can stay with this sensation and image as long as you would like to. This is your choose your own adventure. And in fact, the longer you spend here, the more your cortisol, your stress might start to decrease. The deeper the release in your muscles. So I felt some muscles that were more superficial in my face releasing initially, and then now I'm feeling some deeper muscles in my jaw and around my tongue start to relax. So even in this moment, it might feel like you're not doing a lot, but in fact, your body is doing a huge amount of important work. And for the purposes of this video, but know you can come back here and visit for as long as you like. I'm going to guide you to let this go in 3, 2, and 1. Very gently, if your eyes are closed, slowly allow the light to come into your eyes. Take a moment to turn your head and look around the space around you. And is there something that you can see that you have never noticed before in this room? notice what happens to your breath, to your internal state, as you notice this thing that you've never noticed before. And you might actually start to notice more and more things that you hadn't noticed before. A color, a pattern, texture, light or shadows, a small detail that might surprise you or give you pleasure. And now let this go in 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. So just to finish up, bring the base of your fingers, we won't touch faces today, to your temples. Let your jaw hang. Hi, Caroline. And just give a gentle circle here with to your temples with your fingers. And allow some audible exhale from time to time. And you can circle in any direction you'd like. And then let those hands come down. Take a moment just to notice whatever it is you notice. And to finish off, we're going to finish with some sound and vibration. So these are called semi-occluded vocal tract exercises. You don't need to worry about what that means. I want you to make just a gentle V shape with your lips, a V sound. And now let that rise and fall. And then find a new way to rise and fall, maybe from the bottom. And do this one more time, noticing where you feel vibration in your body, and maybe put a hand on those places where you feel vibration. You can move your hand as you notice a new place. Lovely. So why are all of these exercises so important? Number one, you may be feeling some stress, some long-term stress. Being able to take a pause, being able to notice how you're feeling, being able to reconnect with your breath and your heartbeat is all incredibly important in being able to bring down your cortisol and being able to increase the tone of your vagus nerve. And then we went to orienting around the space. So being able to bring yourself to the present moment. It's hard to be anxious about the future or the past when we are orienting to the present. It's also impossible to try and be in control when you are present. So letting all of that go and being able to see something, especially something new that you hadn't noticed before around you, can incite curiosity or pleasure or surprise. And then coming to just releasing or bringing awareness to perhaps a place for tension by working at the temples. And then finishing that with some vibration, some sound. Now you're connecting your inner state to your breath, to your awareness, and then turning that awareness into vibration. So this is something that you can come back to again and again throughout the day, throughout the week. This is a big part of my practice, and this is a little snippet of the things that I tend to offer. Hi Rachel, it's so good to see you on Facebook. I hope you're doing well. And I'm gonna just finish it off there. But I think sometimes we get so busy, or we get so worried about survival or the internet, that it can be hard to remember just the essentialness of taking a pause, feeling your breath, noticing what's happening in your own body. I remember in undergrad, there was a wonderful student, Anne, who I'm still in contact with, and she was an assistant teacher. And she'd talk about it's like you're driving down the road on the highway, and something blows into your car, and you're like, well, I'll deal with that later, and you put it in the back. And then there's something else, and there's something else, and there's something else. And if you don't just stop and deal with this cargo that you're starting to carry around with you, it builds up and it starts to get in the way. You can't even see the road. So regularly pausing, regularly resetting, regularly just noticing where the tension is in your body, contacting the present moment will help to enable you so that you can keep driving down the road in the direction you want to go. That's a lot. I'm thinking of you all. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I will see you all again soon. Bye.